action. Welcome to episode 6, six, I guess, of episode our episode of
Six
AUO
of
Pod.
episode 6.
The sixth episode of six.
Yes, I had to put in the fourth six because otherwise we'd get banned by YouTube. Because reason.
Wait, is that legit?
No, it's not, but
Oh,
I
okay.
wish it were legit. Anyway, so this is our sixth
Legit.
episode, and today, as usual, I have Zoe and Rio with me. Hey guys.
Yo.
So,
And we kind of decided on two topics. First is we're gonna save this for later because it's the juicy part, which is a waifu tier list. We're gonna judge all of your shit tastes. We're gonna put down the hammer and show y'all which waifus deserve your love, deserve your dedication, and which ones you should just throw in the garbage bin. Rem. However,
Nice.
as a warm up, we decided to talk about, in general, like sports anime. So we're just gonna talk about like which sports anime work for us and which don't. Essentially, right? Yeah.
pretty much.
It's kind of weird though, because
So
okay.
I mean, you want yeah? Just go ahead, continue.
No, I was just saying I don't really know sports anime that much, so I feel like Melem and Zoe are probably gonna be able to talk more about this.
Yeah, it's
Cause
fine.
yeah.
Just give your unique perspective as someone who's kind of out of the bubble, because
But
that's
no,
also
but
interesting.
the thing is, I don't watch sports anime, but I do sports,
Oh, interesting.
so that's like my unique perspective.
Well, I don't do sports unless you count
That's what.
like I don't know esports. Does
Well,
Vanguard have an esports tournament? Vanguard?
that's not an esport.
Oh, I wish it were.
I think Zoe, did you used to do sports? Didn't you used to
I used
do?
to.
You used to, right?
Used to.
Then you stopped.
Yep.
Then you got
Because,
fat.
I
I
haven't got.
mean, yeah. While I stay like I don't know 40 kilos or something dumb like that.
Wells.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah. Continue, man. Continue.
So should I open it or Zoe? You want to open the
Ah, you
topic?
open it.
Okay. So for me, essentially, sports anime kinda have to do something right for me. First of all, you have to make the actual games themselves exciting because that's essentially most of where your climaxes, most of your emotional beats and hype moments come through. It's in the actual games. So if your games are like freaking dumbass, repetitive clip shots, like in something like Diamond of Ace, then I'm not gonna like it as much. So the one anime that really manages to hit this for me is Major. Like if you guys like, I know Zoe is very familiar with Major, because there are certain times when Major likes to troll. Like you think that the guy is out because you see a mitt catch the ball, but it's actually the mitt of a fan. And that's just really great for me. It's like, oh shit, he wasn't able to get that home run, but oh, it's actually a home run. That's just really fun for me, and it just adds a level of suspense and excitement to the games themselves. Another thing for me is I really, really want them to lean onto the themes of sports itself because, for example, Haikyuu. I know it's like it's a shonen. Like I get why some people won't like it, but what makes Haikyuu really good for me is it tackles the issue of certain things that you can really see in sports. For example, it's really common for some teams to have, say, this one player who just carries them forward, and like the viewers and fans, for example, they view that team as, oh, it's just that one guy carrying them, and like everyone else sucks. There's like a player in season 2, I believe, Hyakuzawa. He's like super tall and super athletic, but the rest of his teammates are just average, and like the viewers then they just like make snide remarks saying, oh, this guy is really awesome, but what's with his teammates? Similarly with like Kageyama from Haikyuu, he also has like an internal conflict in that he's a super awesome talent, but he can't quite harness it because he doesn't understand what it means to be a teammate. So yeah, that's just an amazing part for me of what makes sports anime great, and like what makes a sports anime work for me. So what does sports anime have to do for you for it to be good?
I think, well, coming from a guy who watches sports a lot,
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
not watch sports. I do watch sports, but I watch more sports talk shows rather than the sport itself. I mean, for example,
I'm about even in that. I watch like half and half. I don't
bro,
watch full games anymore. I watch highlights mostly
Weird
now.
though. It's
same.
weird though, cause
I
like
have
I don't.
not seen a full game of basketball in like a year. I,
Waffles.
however, I'm pretty sure I've seen more episodes of Uncle Shay than any NBA game, actually.
Undisputed.
But so obviously, I mean, that makes it pretty obvious for me that what's the thing that's most important to me is the storyline. I
The
don't
drama,
really,
the drama.
yeah, the drama, like off stage, backstage, as well as the on court drama. I'm more interested in that than the actual games itself. I mean, I used to play sports, but for the most part, I know nothing about strategy. I I can tell I can tell when something's impressive just because I did try it once or twice or maybe multiple times and failed. So I can understand I understand highlights, but for the most part, I don't understand defensive schemes. I don't I don't get I don't understand play calling. So I'm
Yeah,
not
I
really
think that's fair.
interested in that. But
I
what I'm
don't.
interested in is all the storylines that the media tries to push. I mean, for example, back in the 2018-2019 season, uh, and Uncle Shay and Skip were just arguing whether or not LeBron was washed because the Lakers weren't gonna make the playoffs. Cause, but most of them forget that LeBron was injured, so that's funny to me.
Yeah, and like they essentially just scrutinized every move that LeBron did for that entire season.
And like every day, we would hear quote unquote backstage news of how Kyrie was a locker room cancer.
An
That's
asshole,
really
essentially.
funny. That to me is what drives sports anime. When I'm just watching, um, when I'm watching the drama of the characters interacting with each other and not the sport itself. Because let's be honest, most of the time, sports anime don't look that great. I
Well,
mean,
I'm gonna think. I think Haikyuu looks good, like, and it's like
obviously,
super
because it's from
awesome
Production
tone.
IG.
Yeah, I mean, duh. Well, I
But
mean,
most
they
sports
fucked
anime
up
don't look good.
LOTGH, man. They fucked up LOTGH, so they don't have that immunity
They
from
no
me
longer have
anymore. Okay,
cachet.
okay. So you can't just say it's IGs will be good for anymore because that happened. Okay.
Wait, dude, didn't Production IG make Abunai Sisters?
I'm not sure actually.
Dude,
I
they
don't know
did.
that show.
Like,
Dude,
I mean, for example, one of my
dude,
favorite
Production
seasons.
IG made that. I'm not
Bro,
kidding.
sure, why not? One of my
I'm not.
favorite seasons of Major is when Goro finally signed with the what do you call it? What's that team again? The Hornets or something?
Yeah. Which team are you talking about?
The
His pro
Hornets, the
team?
green ones.
Yeah, the Hornets.
Yeah, the Hornets. When he's suffering from yips. That was really interesting to me. Like I didn't really care about watching the game itself. I cared more about his internal struggle.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Another thing that I also loved about about that season was him essentially trying to um, tweak his game a bit because he realizes, yeah, I kind of have to understand that this is how catchers act like now in the major leagues, and yeah, it just really worked, and it was just great. And like the part where he fought with Murdoch because like Murdoch is kind of like Dennis Rodman.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's kind of a nice guy, but he can be an asshole to people he really hates. So imagine Goro like having a Dennis Rodman type teammate. And yeah, that was just really interesting because many sports teams like have to tackle that one guy who's just seen as a problem child by most people, but it's actually really talented, like i.e. Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green to an extent, Joakim Noah to an extent. And yeah, I mean, it's able to tackle those kinds of things that I see in everyday sports. That's why
Yeah,
Major is probably my favorite sports anime. I'm thinking. I mean, ping pong is really good, but my thing with ping pong is I don't necessarily watch it because of the
it's
way
not.
it portrays
Yeah,
sport.
you don't really watch it for the sports aspect.
Yeah, I watch it for like the insanely good visuals, the direction, and yeah, I mean the story itself of it's like a coming of age story and like understanding how heroes rise up, like quote unquote heroes, I guess, like how talents rise up, like the cream of the crop rises up, as Randy Savage would say. So I'm not sure. I don't really count Ping Pong the animation as a sports anime, quote unquote. I think of it as like a really good anime that could honestly forgo Ping Pong for anything else if it wanted to. Like, let's say they
No,
just made it about
it's more of
acting.
a commentary on talent rather than sports and
Yeah,
teams.
yeah. Like if it were just I don't know acting. I guess something else like writing. I mean, I don't know about writing how they'd be able to do that.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
that kind of works, I guess.
yeah, basically any kind of profession or hobby or interest that just involves talent to some extent, which is I guess
Pretty
everything.
much.
It probably would
Yeah,
have worked in that way.
It's more coming to terms with your mortality of anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
loves.
So,
It's got dark real quick.
Well,
lol.
Sports
So
anime is
that's
about
just
coming to
yeah,
terms with your mortality.
no, no, no. Mortality as a pro.
yeah, yeah.
not,
That's why like King Kong is kind of brilliant in that regard.
not making peace with your death.
Oh my God.
Though that would be an
Man, sports
interesting
anime is about
arc for
philosophy,
Initial
bro.
D, though.
It's about existentialism.
Bro,
I just
like, imagine if in Initial D, the main character crashes, and the final story arc is about him dealing with retirement. Though I don't know how you can retire from street racing. It's not really a pro sport.
well, here's the thing. I mean, you could probably die while you're racing, so it's a forced retirement.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
Speaking of like sports though, I mean, has there been an anime that's done like esports as a topic?
I
Because all
think
I
that
remember,
I'm not sure. Here's the thing. Do you count Chinese anime as anime? I don't know. Chinese, I don't know. Because I believe there's
what
something
even
which
is
doesn't.
anime?
Well,
What is anime?
it's supposedly Japanese animation, but there are certain shows that market themselves as anime even though they're not from Japan. So I guess it depends on you. Because if that were the case, if that were your definition, we can I guess count King's Avatar. I think that's the name.
bro, I've
That's
never
like
seen
what
that.
my
I don't know what that is.
yeah, I don't know what it is either, but from the summary that I read about it on like um my anime list, it looks like an esports centric show.
Oh yeah, it looks like one.
So I'm not sure.
I didn't even know
I
about
can
it.
see a guy
Holy
with
shit!
headphones, so
It's definitely Lels. That's definitely esports.
definitely esports.
Oh, wait, no, actually, that speaks to a bigger thing though. Like you saw how like in this anime season, Tower of God is now an anime. Anime apparently. So like that's a webtoon that turned into an anime.
Yep. I mean, I don't really care. I'm not gonna watch it anyways.
Lels.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I might. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I
I've
heard
never
the
been.
I heard the animation's pretty good, so maybe I might give it a
I'm
chance.
just not a fan of the aesthetic. It looks something like A1 Pictures would produce.
I mean, it does have the same. It looks like the character designs are very reminiscent of Shinsekai Yori for me.
Yeah,
Oh, I love Shinsekai. I mean,
I love the
I don't know
animation
who
though.
No, not. But like I mean the story,
Oh,
the
yeah, it's,
book,
I mean
the
the story. The
story.
story. But I was talking about
Yeah.
we were talking about the
Okay,
aesthetics.
I do agree. The animation's um a bit yeah.
I haven't
I think
seen
it's a
it,
bit
by the
generic.
way.
Yeah,
It
but
just
the
looks so
story, man,
generic.
the story. Oh my god.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure though.
But
It's a
like going back to
webtoon.
sports anime though, like I guess the reason why you two like it, and I can kind of see this reason why you also like wrestling in this regard, is that you're more interested in like the story, as it were, of the sports, and the
Yeah,
sports is like
I think it's
theatric
like
stuff.
70% story for me, 30% action.
Yeah, because if I just wanted to watch sports, I would just watch a sports game because it's more realistic.
Yeah, like sports anime. Like, okay, can I just say this? It's kind of like this. Okay, Zoe.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, Zoe. I mean, like, you're kind of well aware of, Kevin Durant's, like, snake move, right?
Yeah,
Okay. If it were a sports anime, Russell Westbrook would have been the
the main
protagonist,
character.
and he would have beaten Kevin Durant in the
Or he
conference
would have won
final.
the championship.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes me love sports anime. And like to some like similar extent wrestling because you can craft perfect underdog stories. You can craft perfectly realistic and inspiring stories while, while also keeping it really exciting because if the entire 2017 Warriors team were like the main characters of of an anime series, it would be boring as shit. They
Bro,
went
I would watch that.
16-1. They went 16-1 in the
No,
playoffs.
I'm just talking about dealing with all of the criticism. That would be a really good character study of everyone involved, especially KD.
Well,
Like the unraveling of
it
KD.
would be if you gave them like, a bit of more of a struggle. Like let's say in the finals, they like go down like a few games. They're
Well, the
like down
struggle is
2-1.
the struggle is the off-court criticism of everyone calling them cowards. So I think that would be very interesting to me.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that, but I'm not sure how they'd pull it off. So that would kind of sacrifice the stakes that the actual games themselves would have. Like,
It would be like the beginning of Rocky 3 if you think about it. Because at the beginning, Rocky was very dominant, and what's his name? Mr. T. I forgot his character's name. Mr. T was challenging him like at every point, and his and Rocky's manager just wouldn't allow it. So everyone started calling him like a coward for dodging Mr. T. So I think that would be
oh, I thought of something actually. That I thought of an interesting concept. Like, let's say, oh yeah, the 2016 Warriors. Now that would have been a fun protagonist team. They're like hailed as the most dominant team ever. They end up choking, and next season is their bounce back. That's where they be. Oh yeah, that would be good. See, that's what I love about sports like series or anime. It's perfect, honestly. So many unique stories that you could possibly craft. But
if
mean,
you're just talking about story, LeBron would be the main protagonist.
actually, yeah, he'd be great as
Yeah,
yeah, he'd
I
be a
would
great
watch a
main
documentary
character.
about that guy. Or like a series based on his career. Legitimately.
Yeah,
That's
actually, if you think
essentially
about
major,
it,
right?
yeah.
It's about a kid. It's about a pro
Yeah, a
player
prodigy.
going from like little leagues to finally a major league player. I mean, essentially, that's what we've been doing to LeBron. We've been following his career since high school.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, you could say that Michael Jordan's career won't is no. I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT,
Yeah, of
but
course.
his career is a bit too perfect, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he
what.
on because he only really had one stumble, which was his like, you know, 2-year layoff from basketball because gambling. I'm not sure. We'll never really know.
No, he played baseball for sponsor.
I don't know.
Play baseball.
No, I he did Space Jam, man. He did
It did.
Space Jam to bring attention to the NBA for his comeback. I
So
mean,
I'm
if
not
you
really
think
sure
about it,
about that one.
the only setback, quote unquote, in Jordan's career would be the quote unquote time that he got cut from his high school team. If that even happened.
Well, here's the thing. You know why he got cut from his high school team?
Because he was a junior, right? They
Yeah,
only allowed
exactly. How the
seniors.
hell is he gonna play? He's not even in high school, even though
Yeah,
he was clearly better. He was the MVP of his junior varsity because he was in junior high.
yeah.
LeBron, on the other hand, it's more interesting actually. He's a prodigy who has
Was
like a lot
carrying
of
the team and
yeah,
lost to Carmelo.
like
Yeah, he lost, right?
for LeBron. Well, not I'm not sure about the high school championship. Maybe I'm not sure.
I think he lost.
Basically, he has all of these expectations on his back and a lot of haters and whatnot, naysayers. He comes to the league. He ends up winning 2 MVPs in his early career with Cleveland before
But he
joining
never
the
win a
Heat
championship.
and pissing every single person off, but wins a championship. Then he goes back to Cleveland and wins a title. If we were to make it up an anime series,
Bro,
the
against like
ending
a
would be the
very dominant
Cleveland
team,
title.
by the way.
The
Another
Cleveland
like
title.
one would be about Carmelo. Like he's like
Hmm.
in his early career, like in his high school and college days, he was a winner.
Yeah,
He just never got a championship
it
until he went
actually
out
is. That's
into
kind of like the anti-Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt never won in high school or college, but he won in the NBA. So interesting. So yeah, actually, yeah. Wait, if you think about it, Carmelo would be an interesting character in a sports anime as well.
Now he would be like the the like a side character introduced in like the final,
Yes,
the
yes,
middle, or like of like he was like a really good player, but he never
superstar.
won.
Yeah,
So he's gonna go to this small team to revive his career.
and
That's
like,
actually what happened to the
oh,
Blazers.
in Major, like one of my favorite characters in Major is Joe Gibson.
No, Joe Gibson's a bit. I don't think this kid had a downtime in his career.
No, no, no. I'm talking about Senior. Senior is like
Oh,
my favorite
okay, yeah,
character.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that guy. He's my favorite character. He's like essentially the perfect superstar. And like he's actually a flawed person too, because he's a terrible father for one.
And he killed the guy.
Yeah, and he killed a guy by accident. But
Still
he
killed the
wants
guy.
to atone, and he in like here's a part in the end. Like one of my favorite parts in Major is when he was was his duel against Joe Gibson Jr. against his son, when like he managed to take advantage of his son's arrogance.
I don't quite remember that, but yeah, I remember watching that episode.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, here's the thing. Because Joe Gibson Jr. thought that, okay, he's gonna fight me, he's gonna hit his fastball straight in, and I'll be able to home run it. But instead, he was like focusing on his two seam fastball, forcing him to like just get easy outs instead of the strikeout. Essentially, like taking advantage of like the arrogance of his son, even though he knows his son would probably beat him in like a one-on-one game. It was perfect, honestly. That was the best thing of that season in my opinion. That's
Yeah,
what
I remember
essentially
that.
cements Major as like one of my all-time favorite sports anime.
No, if you think about it, you know who would be a great writer for sports anime?
Who?
John Boyce.
Oh yeah, okay, okay, yeah. Okay,
Like
yes.
the episodes he does in Dorktown, like really good stories, man.
Hey, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't
Especially
mind
the
it.
episode about the Marlins. Which,
Oh,
by
I
the way,
haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that
right?
one yet.
Fun fact about me, that's the first game I've ever seen. Like the first baseball team I've ever seen, the Marlins.
Oh, really? Mine was the Yankees, I think.
Well, I'm a Yankees fan, but
But I like the Cubs, so yeah.
I, I'm a fan of winners, I guess. Of
It's
hated
still weird to
winners.
me that like there's a movie that portrays the Yankees as the good guys and the Cubs as the bad guys. That was fucking funny to me.
Well,
The Yankees, really? Yeah,
well, if you
y'all.
think about it, there was only one time in the history of the Yankees where the entire United States was behind them, and that was the 2001 season for obvious. 2001-2002 season for obvious reasons.
Lol.
9/11 got because New York got hit, so everyone was cheering for them to win.
Why not the Mets, man?
Nobody cares about the Mets.
Aw, that's too bad. I don't know. I don't care about them either. I'm a Cubs fan.
It's like the White Sox. Who actually cares about the White Sox?
Southsiders of Chicago.
Just forget
Derrick
them.
Rose is a White Sox fan, so
I
I
don't.
care about Derrick
They
Rose.
don't exist. White Sox fans and the team does exist. Okay.
Derrick Rose, though.
It's
I'm pretty sure he's a Southsider, I think.
He's
Yeah.
probably
And I
faking
care about Derrick Rose. Lol. Just like he faked his stat scores.
it. He didn't fake it though. He didn't even take it. Somebody took it for him.
Hey man, my thing is like I let him do what he does. I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of NBA players are just kind of, yeah, a bit not on the high side when it comes to that type of standardized tests, if you know
I
what I
mean,
mean. I mean,
imagine
Kevin
you're
Durant,
yes,
man. Kevin Durant himself said he's a idiot. A
bro.
idiot.
The only genius basketball player is Kyrie Irving.
Uh,
This man probably, if he took a career in science, wouldn't have a Nobel Peace Prize. He would have a what do you call that? He would have a Pulitzer Prize.
yeah, for like writing a great story about how the Earth is
Here's a
flat.
shot. Yes,
Yes.
he would expose NASA.
Pulitzer. Pulitzer, though, isn't that for literature?
Yeah, he
Yes,
would
it's for
write a story
literature.
You would
about
write
math
a story.
because he's a scientist who knows the truth, and he would publish on the Times magazine. Okay, I think we've got way off track.
Jesus Christ.
What about you, Rio? What do you think about sports anime?
I don't watch sports anime, so I don't really
What?
know that much. No, I mean I don't watch a lot. Let's say I mean I don't watch a lot, but like okay, I do play sports, so I know a thing or two about sports.
So what are you
And
gonna
I
look
guess
for in sports
my
anime then?
input, yeah, I guess the thing I look for in sports anime, if I do watch it, I suppose, is like yeah, I do agree with the main consensus here, which is that the story is infinitely more important than the sports. But like I do also agree with what Melem said earlier, which is that if you're gonna show sports, please make it, look at least, you know, like make it look cool. Because like if you're just gonna like reuse assets, that's not cool. I don't know. I mean, the sports is the spectacle, and because it's a spectacle, it doesn't have to make up most of the anime, but it should look good when it does show up. And then like the character stories that
Yeah,
revolve. I mean, like
definitely.
when you play like sports though, like I don't know, I played a bit of football back in the day.
Hardcore.
Um,
Actual,
yeah,
what kind of
I actually
football?
wait a second. I remembered back in the day, like in freaking grade 7, like I used to play. I played football with Zoe here.
Yeah,
That was
Oh,
crazy.
were you like the linebacker or something?
It
Or the
was a defender.
quarterback?
Were we both defenders? I don't
yeah.
remember.
I was no. Here's the thing, right? So we were both defenders, right? But by the end of the game, you were the midfielder. I was a striker.
Yeah, I was a midfielder. Holy shit.
bro.
Yeah,
But we
I did
started the
play
game off in decent.
slightly
That
before.
was an amazing game. Oh my god.
Oh,
Where
grade
was the
Jesus
fun?
seven.
Christ.
I remember
No, I
like
mean
I remember at the end where we had to rematch like the team we beat in like round one. Everyone was just
yes. Oh,
you were the only one playing at that point. We
holy
were
shit!
literally
Like
just
everyone was
standing.
tired as fuck. Holy god.
But
I don't
that's what
even
pissed me
remember.
off, man. We lost that game, and we would, but we beat that game in round one.
I know.
That was
Oh
like
my
the
god.
winners bracket versus the losers bracket winners, and they were crowned the champs. Bro, that pissed me off. Like
But
straight.
holy shit. I mean, dude, we were facing off against literally like a varsity player who plays for. I think he plays for like an actual team in the
No,
in yeah, like he actually plays for a real team here.
well, the
Like
point
he's
is we
not.
already beat them. I don't want us.
Yeah, I want to beat him again.
I won't beat them again.
It's too
But
hard.
then we
Holy
beat
shit.
them 3-0, then we lost. No, we beat them 3-1. Then in the last game, we lost 5-0 or something. It
Yeah,
was
pretty much.
7-0. Because everyone was tired, man.
Yeah, like
I mean,
crazy. No,
you
not just that.
understood.
All our teammates were like KIA.
Yeah, I mean, we had a
Cause like
water boy in the court.
remember, dude, his kick. Jesus Christ, his kick incapacitated two of our players. One of our goalkeepers died. Well, not really, but like couldn't play in the game anymore because he had to like stop one of the balls. And then another one of our players was hit straight in the head and
Well, most
literally
of our
bleeding in
team
the field.
were absent the next day.
Yeah, because they were freaking disabled, man. Like they couldn't play.
Well, I don't even. Well,
Man, I remember that. Oh, is this the grade seven tournament thing?
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
actually joined that as a defender, I think, and I got taken out the first game because I got hit by frisbee.
in a football game.
Yes, I got hit by frisbee. It was like 5 minutes in. Some guy hit me with a frisbee because they were playing frisbee while we were playing. I got hit in the neck.
This is the stories we want to hear when we play sports. It isn't the sports that's actually important. It's the
So
frisbee
there
that
was
comes from left
there,
field.
there I was in the middle of a football field. I got incapacitated after getting hit with a frisbee.
It was, I don't know, it was an experience to say the
Well, there's a
least.
reason why they call it extreme frisbee, I guess.
Ah,
Jesus, is this like the time you joined the swim team when our school doesn't have a swimming pool?
Oh my god. To be fair, I joined the swim team knowing full well we didn't have a pool. I just needed to have a
Where the
club.
fuck did you swim?
Huh?
Where the fuck did you swim?
We didn't. Bro, it was a fountain club. Pretty sure
yeah, I'm
everyone
pretty
in
sure
that club.
I went with Zoe for that. I also tried to sign up, but like nothing happened.
Hilariously enough, we had like a actual swimmer in the
Yeah,
school.
I
Like
mean,
dude
I know
was
the basics
literally
of
winning
swimming.
competitions. No.
But
We had a competitive swimmer, and the school did nothing to support him.
I mean, our school doesn't do anything in general, so it's not like it's a surprise, man.
So,
Lows.
well, at the very least, they didn't like call him up to the stage to talk about how he won competition. The school had nothing to do with. At least they had the know-it-all to not do it. Because
Lows. But yeah, anyway, sports anime. I love how we keep getting off topic. So yeah, my opinions on sports anime pretty much the same. Although like I will say that like one thing that a lot of sports anime isn't gonna show you, which they probably shouldn't show you anyway when you do real sports, is that it's pretty boring when you actually do it. I mean, if you get into sports, it's gonna be like 90% just like training, which is like I don't know. I mean, you keep hitting a ball and you keep fucking up, or like you run around for like
that's not
God
even
knows
the
how
worst part.
long.
The worst part are the drills. I mean,
Oh hell
practice
yeah! I
games are
mean,
fun, man, but
that's
drills.
most of sports though. I mean, just keep doing drills, man. Like,
Yep.
and
And that's
then
why I didn't join
yeah.
their team, man. That's why I
So like
didn't
for
join.
instance, you're gonna be doing what, like 90% preparing for a game and then 10% actually playing the game, which is supposed to be the fun part. So
If
like
you were again.
90% of your time is spent getting ready for a game. So I mean, I guess sports anime just skips all of that and just maybe does it in a montage, which is sensible since no one wants to sit around watching
Or like a full like
someone.
just one episode of like just like 1 to 3 episodes for training on. Which by
But
the way
like,
have nothing to do with training. Or like when they actually train, it's some BS training.
hell yeah! Oh my god.
Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. I mean, yeah, I know that's not an anime, but still, the point still
Lol.
stands.
Lols.
Most
Although
training,
like you do get those magical moments. I mean, the case like in the case of football, like there was that one time, I think it happened in school when like one I think it was like what they had like the football team playing near like our building. And like it looked like something out of Brazil, man. Like literally everyone stopped classes to look at the game. I think it was with
that's
like
the
the
one
high
where
school.
somebody got injured and everyone just
Remember,
started laughing.
it was like we were playing against the school that's next to us, and like,
Oh,
man, the
I know
crowd.
what you're
I
talking
was
about.
in the store, dude. So many things happened. Like someone had got like red carded because like someone was injured on the field. The first one of
Someone
our players
broke a
was injured. First one of our players was injured by the other team. Then the other team was injured by like I don't know, some guy tripped. Like there was a lot of drama going on. That was amazing.
on a man. That's why our team hates our field. 'Cause it's a hazard. It's a minefield out there.
Hell yeah. I love our field, man. You want to get tetanus?
I mean, if you think about it, if there's a sports like if there's a training camp in a sports anime, you barely see the training, and the main points of every training arc is all of the men eat at some kind of barbecue place, then they go to a bath and start peeping on the manager. That's all I
Well,
remember.
in real life, dude, in real life, man, like I remembered like not being able to eat because we were like in a competition and I had to get up at freaking what? I don't know, 4 a.m. in the morning. So
Yeah,
like I didn't eat that day. That was
bro.
crazy.
At least you got up. Most of us didn't even sleep. Getting peace, you had enough time to sleep. Okay?
Wells, wells. Although like there is something I do want to talk about, which is like the difference between team sports and like solo sports. I don't know if this is sort of talked about in anime because I think it is a difference. Like you're gonna have like team sports, right? Where like you have to play in a team and do team shit, and then you have solo sports where like the whole thing is basically man versus man almost instead of like I mean man versus self. Sorry, not man versus man. Wherein like you're really competing against yourself. Like
Bro,
like let's say track and field or something
oh, I thought
or
you.
whatever.
There's an anime about that, I think. It's called Run with the Wind. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but like
heard it's really
I
good.
thought, was
I
that
think
really a
it's
sports
interesting.
though? I thought they were just parkouring. Doing parkour.
Carbon what?
Isn't that about parkour?
Run with the wind.
Like just dudes running around the town?
I'm not really completely sure, but it's something of that regard,
Is it
yeah.
just forest?
I don't know.
Run, Forest, run.
Run, Forest, run. Bruh. That's basic. That movie is weird, but it's really fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still don't get the chocolate, man, and the flower.
And the flower.
What's the flower? What's the flower, man?
Bro,
Is
all
it
you
like
have
its
to
version?
know is Forrest is a simple guy who married a girl who didn't like him in the first place. and only
Well,
married him because she got AIDS. So if you think about it, Forrest Gump is a tragedy.
I mean, like she died, so I guess it is a tragedy.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But it
I
had a
mean,
really hopeful ending for the kid.
the only thing that's weird for me about Forrest Gump, I mean, I didn't really get much of what was going on. I mean, okay, so this guy manages to like he isn't quite the smartest, but he has legs like a beast, and
And
so he
yes,
takes those legs all the way to the military. I mean, after doing sports. Oh, it is a sports anime, I guess, to some degree, because there is a bit of sports in it. So, like, yeah,
that's
Forrest
true.
Gump.
He won the Super
Yeah,
Bowl
yeah, crazy.
as a water. Wait, was he a water boy? Like the coach just gave him the ball. It's like run, Forrest.
Holy shit.
It's like okay, let's
Holy
go.
shit. But yeah, I mean, like, solo sports versus team sports. I mean, which do you enjoy more, or
I
which do
mean,
you think is, yeah?
I'm probably gonna have to say team sports.
Well, just because it's
Although
more
I do
dynamic.
like Hajime no Ippo. It's a pretty fun show.
Oh yes, Hajime no Ippo. Yeah,
But
I think
actually,
that.
the manga is better.
Yeah, I think Hajime no Ippo's the only one that I'm really into as far as like single sports is concerned.
And Overdrive. If you guys have seen that.
I haven't seen that one. Or I
Well,
don't know, ping pong if it counts, but I don't know. I really don't want to count it.
yeah, I guess that's probably it. Yo, what happened?
We go to like
Well,
the, you know, the spicy shit, the
Let's
oh
real
go.
yeah,
shit.
finally, anime,
Why
Yeah.
not?
waifu list. Hell yeah.
Okay. So it is time, my dudes, for us to give the definitive ranking of all anime waifus. Or not really all, just the top 20 that we found on this My Waifu List site. And we're just gonna rank them, I guess, from, I guess we have S tier.
Wait, is Tamamo in an anime?
Um, I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Fate Extra is an anime, but I don't know if she appeared in
Oh
that
shit,
one.
yeah, that has an anime from Shaft. Okay, why not? But Zero Twos and Twosing is still pissing me off.
So yeah, what tiers do you guys want to do? We start with SS.
I think we should just go from SSS, A, B, and C because
Okay,
we're
sure.
only ranking 20
Oh
people.
sure.
So you want to
Wait,
start to the bottom to the top, if you know what I mean. That's what she said.
Well, sure. Let's go from the bottom to the top. All right. So
We start with our C tier. Okay, let's
C
start.
tier,
Who?
or do we start from the real bottom?
I don't know. I mean, Zoe says C tier is bottom for him.
No, no, no. I mean, are we using this as like the this as the guide,
Yeah,
the
it's
table
on.
I sent?
It's on the list, I guess.
so we're using my waifu list, right? So I just relocated
Yeah, yeah.
to a new room. Yo,
Wait.
you guys there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Although you kind of ascended to the heavens for a moment.
Bro, I moved that
Well,
low.
Okay.
anyway. All right. So let's get started.
So bottom tier, of course, is Rem tier, and we just put Rem there because she's the only Rem ever.
She's the only Rem.
Yes, we have
I
Rem
would
on
agree with
Rem
that. I would agree
tier.
with that.
Yeah.
Mm. Rem
Rio,
tier, obviously.
you have any other picks for Rem tier? I can only really put Rem in Rem tier.
Yeah, I can only really put Rem in there. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, only
No,
Rem.
I would put Hachikuji just for legal
Rem tier?
purposes. Yeah, I
Rem
mean,
tier, really? Hachikuji's actually funny.
bro, but like, I'm not into that.
Then just put it on jail time then.
Sure, put it in a chill.
Yeah, I mean, since she's not really legal, I think. Okay.
Lol.
Literal garbage. You guys have any picks? I don't really have like one to state right now.
Literal garbage. Hmm. This is hard.
Nah.
I,
I think that's fine. I would put Asuna, but what do you guys think?
I'm not sure because as I have said multiple times, I have never ever watched SAO.
Well,
So,
well,
wait, okay. I think I'll have to agree. Yeah, Asuna's pretty garbage. I
okay.
hate her as a character, but
Okay.
I don't know. I hate Sao a lot. Just just thinking about it after all this time. I don't know. I mean, I honestly want to put Kirito in there as well.
I don't
no,
know, man.
Kirito isn't wife.
Yeah, he's in. Okay, fine. He's a waifu material, but only in Gun Gale. Everything before that's literal garbage.
Oh lol.
He's only waifu material in Gun Gale.
So
That's the only
now,
Kirito I respect.
Why not? Why not?
Jail
okay.
time.
Oh, I have another one for jail time.
Okay.
Lol.
Kana should be in jail time. So okay, let's just cover our bases. We're not trying to get in jail, okay?
Yes, yes. It's not in our, it's not in our best interest to end up there.
That's not a goal of mine.
Neither of mine. Not yet, at least.
That's not in my bucket list. Going to jail.
Yep.
Hmm. So I guess we
Especially given
covered
the
jail
pandemic, man.
time.
Oh God,
Man, quarantined in jail. That's the worst shit ever.
what a bunch of other
Corn.
infected human beings.
Hell
Ah,
yeah,
that would be painful.
man. Prepare your mucous membranes.
Bro,
Prepare
I
your
off
ACE2
myself
receptors.
before the virus can off me straight up. I'm trying to suffer here.
All
Oh,
right.
Shino as well. Shinobu should go to jail time, at least for the time being, until she
I mean,
grows.
yeah, yeah.
At least for the time being.
She's not yet kissed shot Acerola Orion Heart under
Yeah,
blade. So
that's high tier right there. But Shinobu, nah,
yeah, jail time. We're
jail
gonna go to
time.
jail. Now for D, no, it's C tier, right? C
Yep.
tier first, or no, D tier?
Now
We're
let's
D
just
tier now, right?
sure. Let's go with D tier.
All right.
Uh, I don't know. You guys have a suggestion for D tier?
I'd put
Mm,
I'd put darkness. Not gonna lie, she kind of
darkness indeed too.
broad.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I mean, she's annoying. Not gonna lie.
I wouldn't
why do
mind that
people like
there.
her though? Why do people like her? Is it just meme?
I don't think anybody likes her. I mean,
Or
Aqua's
I think it's just meme.
yeah,
I don't
Aqua's
know.
meme though.
yeah. Aqua's my meme tier.
Meme tier.
I don't even see darkness memes. And so I think that's it.
For D tier, just darkness?
Yep. D for darkness. D
Lol.
for
Deeper
darkness.
darkness.
Man. D for darkness.
C tier would probably be just, I guess,
Aqua.
regular.
Cool.
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
Aqua
let's
C
put
Average, I suppose. Yeah.
yeah. So let's put Aqua. Uh, who else?
The MHA girls, you want to put them there? C tier? Don't know. I don't really
Ochako?
feel. I don't really feel too strongly about either Tsuyu or Ochako personally.
So
I,
just
I, I, I think Tsuyu is higher than Ochako, honestly.
yeah, I can
I
agree with
like
that.
him more.
Cuter.
I like Frog
Okay.
Girl over Gravity Girl any day.
Okay, sure. So we put Uraraka.
C. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ochako
Yeah.
C.
Fair enough.
I feel like we're gonna piss so many people off with this.
I like
We're
pissing
already
people
pissing
off.
people off.
I mean, it's one of my inherent talents. I mean, I'm sure you guys know about that, right?
Low. So I
Yeah.
guess we can also put Artoria. I mean, she just exists. Like in my mind, there's better
Okay.
sabers
Okay.
and there's
Here's
better
here,
saber
I have a
things.
caveat. Are we talking about just Artoria from Fate Stay Night?
Yes, of course.
Okay, fine, C tier.
And
That's just
let's be
my
honest,
caveat.
the fake route is the worst route.
Yeah, we know. Obviously, UBW and Heaven's Feel are better.
Of course, 100%. Who else can we put at C? I think that's all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What about the Kobayashi Dragon Maid Karos?
Ah, shit, we should have put her at D. D for dragon.
Okay, sure. Let's put Toru at D.
Okay,
Yeah, fine.
or
For
For Dragon,
Dragon.
yes.
For Dragon and Darkness.
Yes.
no. Toru's D for double D.
Yes.
Oh, hell
Actually,
yeah.
I mean, that's what she said, right?
they're technically both double Ds, right?
I mean, yeah.
I want to agree with that. So yeah, D for dragon.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're
So
now
moving
at
on to B.
B tier. B tier.
I'd put
2B,
Melem.
obviously.
Yeah,
Because, you
2B.
know,
Nah,
2B.
I'd put 2B at A for that nice asset.
Man, no. 2B's in B, and then at A
B
is
for
A.
bottom. B for bottom. She got two bottoms.
Is Nier Automata even anime? I mean, I'll make it anime.
It kind of
Where,
looks like one.
so any other candidates for B? I mean, I wouldn't mind putting 02 here, honestly.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, 02 going to B tier.
Aqua.
Sure.
Aqua as well. I think I'd put Aqua there.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
I think she's like a tier below Megumin. And I
Yeah,
want
agreed,
Yeah,
agreed,
Megumin's
agreed.
higher than
Agreed,
Aqua.
agreed,
Yeah.
agreed. Yes, Megumin is best Konosuba girl. Emilia.
I don't know, I'd put her at 8.
Yeah, okay. I
A
don't mind
tier,
that.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. And I'm sure Holo, I'm sure you'd put that higher, right?
Of course.
Yeah, Holo's
Okay,
higher.
okay, good, good. I thought you guys had shit taste or something.
No,
Um,
man, no.
A tier, guys. Okay, we can start putting some good stuff in right now. We can
So
put
let's put
Megumin here.
Megumin.
Yeah, Megumin.
Yeah, Megumin.
I wouldn't mind Emilia here either. She's solid.
Why not?
You
Sure,
can
sure.
put Amelia there as well, yeah.
Yeah. Um, where did you guys put Tsuyu?
I think we could put her. Nah, let's put her.
She's in, she's,
She's B tier for me.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's B.
Yeah.
let's put her at B.
Any other A's? Tamamo. I wouldn't mind Tamamo at A.
Nah, Tamamo's 18. Tamamo's. Ah, damn.
I don't know. It's hard. I have a clear divide between A and S for me.
Bro,
So
where's Tamamo in the app media tier list? Let's go with that.
okay. I'm pretty sure he's S though, but you know.
Okay,
Okay.
so Tamamo's S tier.
Okay.
Scotty's
Lol.
SS.
Okay. Now we have the S tier, which is where we put the legends, the
I put Holo
ultimate.
there. I put
Yeah.
Holo there.
Yeah. I'd put Holo on S
Yeah,
tier
Holo's
too.
there. What about Kurusu?
Now she's SS.
Yes, she's SS for me as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes.
You
So
gotta
We
be
gotta
Tamamo.
put
patient
her
with me.
higher.
Anything
Yeah,
lower is not a thing, bro.
Okay, so
So yeah, I'd
Tamamo
put
yeah.
S as well.
yeah, Holo, Tamamo. Um,
Yeah, I think that's all.
yeah. And now for the double S, of course, we start with Rin Tosaka. SS tier. Easy. Easy
Easy,
choice.
bro.
Yes.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy
Sanjay
as
Bahara, SS as well.
SS tier.
SS.
Kurisu,
Well,
SS
SS.
tier
yes.
as well. Easy. Down.
Oh, that was fun.
Now that was
That was
the shit.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah. I mean, it is the
Yeah.
S, man. Easy for the S. And
Was that
so
is that
we,
it? Is
yeah,
that
that's
everything?
yeah, S was easy, man.
Okay.
well,
Yeah.
real quick.
Real quick.
So I think
And
we're done.
So
yeah, I guess we're
yeah, we're
done.
done.
And there is your definitive waifu tier list, guys. And if you disagree, you're obviously wrong because this is the only correct list.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. And if you disagree, just it's okay to be wrong sometimes. I mean, the three of us have been wrong many times as well. And if it's your time to be wrong this time, it's okay to just accept it. And there it is, guys. AUO Pod episode 6 signing off. We'll get to episode 7 whenever we're free. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.